Big days here in Israel. So many of us are filled with anticipation, even excitement at getting the hostages back, at Gazans returning to their homes, at ending the war in Gaza. Finally, we have a moment of optimism, even hope amid all of this pain and grief. But there are also many fears and anxieties hanging in the air. I have many trepidations about what comes next in lots of areas. I have fears about where the violence is still taking place and is still normalized, fears about those whose rights have been excluded, fears about what the next steps are, I don't know about who's in charge of those next steps, who's in charge of crafting the future and what kind of future they envision. I also have fears and anxieties about my own culture, about what has changed and what hasn't, fears about political trends and ideas out there, fears about what issues are being ignored and about who is being ignored and about whose suffering is left to linger amid all this. But I don't really want to get into all that right now. Right now, today, I want to be present in this moment. It's a huge moment that millions of people have been waiting for. People have been clamoring for this with their entire hearts and souls for 2 years. I mean, more really. This could theoretically be a transition away from a 20-year cycle of violence between Israel and Gaza. It could be the end of a political era marked by endless escalations of violence. Will it be? Will it be that kind of transition, a moment of real change? I just really want to express my gratitude to the many activists who have dedicated their lives to ending the violence, even as it took so long and cost so many lives and isn't finished yet. So many amazing people, especially women, have put aside everything in order to end this war. I have had the real privilege of getting to know and work with many amazing women during this awful time. Palestinian and Israeli women carrying all kinds of pains who have brought us to this place despite everything that they've been through. I've stood shoulder to shoulder with many incredible women, hanging our signs together, shouting together, or sometimes sitting microphone to microphone together, spreading ideas for a shared society, for a shared future based on shared humanity. Women who've been absolutely fearless in this mission to end the violence. Many have put their lives on hold for 2 years. Some have been detained or contained or silenced or fired or threatened with getting fired or have even gotten arrested in this struggle. Many women who I've worked with have been facing all of that on a daily basis. Many have faced real risks to their lives and to the lives of their children in order to end the violence. We need to be thanking the women and the protesters and the volunteers, and also, by the way, the negotiators, even those who have come and gone. I've also worked with women who have been trying really hard to get seats around the table. And I've also worked a little bit with some of the men who have already had seats around the table. These are the ones who have been tirelessly going after the same players to get them to move. And even if they weren't always successful in moving those players, even if they weren't the ones who were successful in the end, they still deserve the thanks. All of them. Thousands of people, tens of thousands of people dedicating their lives to this. They're the ones who deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. And also, by the way, a vacation. And also peace. They deserve peace. We all deserve peace. We deserve peace, and we all deserve justice, and ultimately we all deserve humanity. So as I said, I have lots of questions about this transition we're in now, and especially about the society that I live in. What has changed in us? What has changed in us during this war? Have we become more hardened or more softened? Will we be capable now of moving to a place of compassion? And what is our responsibility to the people we have hurt? Not just to ourselves who are hurt, but to others who are hurt. What is it going to take, for example, for the Palestinian people to heal and rebuild trust with us? What is our role as Israelis and Jews, and also all of us as human beings? What is our role in ensuring that healing actually happens? And ultimately, are we ready for that work? I'll be getting back to these questions, hopefully in a few days. For now, I'm watching it all unfold, praying that the suffering will end for large groups of people, even as we know that some people's suffering may never end. Some losses can never be replaced. So I'm watching and praying for healing, for humanity, for compassion, and for a path towards peace.